What would you do if you accidentally invited a stranger to Thanksgiving? If this ever happens to you, then maybe you should take some tips from this grandma, because that's exactly what she did. A grandmother in Arizona sent a text message to her grandson to tell him Thanksgiving dinner would be at her house at 3 p.m. The only problem was she accidentally sent this text message to a complete stranger. Was 17-year-old Jamal Hinton. He texted back saying, "Who is this?" And she replied, "It's your grandma." So naturally, Jamal just assumed his grandmother got a new number. But to be sure, he asked her to send him a picture. When he got the picture, he realized this wasn't his grandmother. So he sent a picture of himself to her to show she was texting the wrong person, and wrote, "You not my grandma, can I still get a plate though?" I mean, can you blame him? Nothing is better than having a home-cooked meal from grandma on Thanksgiving. Now, while he was just joking around, she actually replied saying, "Of course you can." Jamal thought that this was such a kind gesture, so he posted this message online as most people do. Only he forgot to blur her number. So grandma ended up getting about 600 text messages asking for a Thanksgiving plate. So grandma had to end up changing her number, but she kept in touch with Jamal, telling him he's still welcome to come over for Thanksgiving dinner. American Thanksgiving is coming up on Thursday, November 24th. So let me know down in the comment section what you will be doing that day. We all know what Jamal will be doing. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. I'm Court McGinley. Today we have a bunch of cool news stories headed your way. And as always, stay tuned until the end because I will be answering your questions and reading comments. Also, you guys can leave your questions down in the comment section and I will be answering them in an upcoming video. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Alright, let's get into the news. Prince Harry has to pay 50,000 British pounds for a bodyguard to protect girlfriend Meghan Markle. Since these two started dating earlier this month, this American actress has become the center of attention for the paparazzi. So to avoid anything bad happening, Harry is considering paying a retired member of Scotland Yard's Royal Protection Service to protect her. According to Meghan, she thinks it's charming but unnecessary. But the prince has made it clear that her safety is paramount. It's being reported that this protection would cost £50,000 a year. However, if the prince wants around-the-clock service, then it's probably gonna go as high as £360,000. According to reports, these two are head over heels for each other, and they have made a number of trips back and forth to see one another. All of us here are wishing this happy couple all of the best. In other celebrity news, Jay-Z is being sued. It seems Prince's record label NPG is suing Jay-Z and Tidal for streaming all of Prince's music without permission since June 2016. However, an agreement was made before Prince's death that stated NPG Records and Jay-Z's Rock Nation agreed that Tidal could stream one album. Tidal was able to stream Hit and Run Phase 1, which was the last record Prince recorded. However, NPG claims Rock Nation must have thought this meant they could stream all of the singer's music, which wasn't the case. Rock Nation insists they had oral and written permission, although at this point they have been unable to prove this. NPG is claiming copyright infringement and is seeking to have the music removed from the streaming service. No dollar amount has been specified as of yet. Next, a couple wins €108 million. 43-year-old Neil Trotter won $108 million from a jackpot back in 2014. So he did what any normal person would do. He went out and purchased a grade 2 listed mansion with its own lake and 400 acres of land. And apparently since receiving this money, he's managed to annoy all of his new neighbors. It seems that Neil thought it would be a good idea to put up a barbed wire fence all around his £5 million estate in Kent. Neighbors have complained that this fence is unsightly, and it's really out of place and blocking access to a public footpath. This fence cost around £21 per meter, so the family spent several hundreds to corner off this land. I have to admit, it's pretty ugly and it really does stand out in this beautiful neighborhood. The reason he fenced off his area was because he wants to be able to own cattle and sheep. Next, we have a story about a woman's face that swells up due to a life-threatening condition. This is 20-year-old Lauren Farley Smith, and she was diagnosed with hereditary angioedema when she was just 13 years old. This is a genetic blood disorder that causes random attacks of body swelling. It's triggered by anxiety or stress and will cause her to have extreme body swelling, continuous vomiting, as well as intense abdominal pain. Strangers will usually stop and stare at her and call her names, which has led her to having depression. But last year, she decided not to let strangers' opinions or comments get her down, and she will soon start a 4-week course to become a flight attendant. Lauren has said, "It has been a big emotional impact on me. me, but I will not let it control my life. While it's great that she's following her dreams, this is still a very serious condition. Sometimes when she sleeps, her throat swells, and she's forced to wake up as she can't breathe. She also suffers from stomach cramps that cause her to vomit until she physically can't anymore. While this is an incurable condition, hopefully one day soon doctors will be able to come up with something to help make the side effects more mild. Next, an alien skull from 1,000 years ago has been found. These little skulls were found buried in the depths of an ancient cave in Peru. UFO experts are saying that these are undoubtedly alien skeletons. A total of 2 pieces of skeletal remains were found. The first was a fully formed alien about a foot tall, and the second was a skull from an alien that would have been around 2 feet tall. Alien hunter Scott C. Waring wrote about the finding on a blog called UFO Sightings Daily. In it, he wrote, "The bodies look thousands of years old, and they resemble an alien with a height of about 1 or 2 feet. This is pretty exciting. Let me know down in the comments if you believe in aliens and why or why not. Next, a scuba diver gets sucked towards a boat propeller. Yeah, this is as terrifying as it sounds. So down in the water, one scuba diver was filming a fellow scuba diver who was inspecting the underside of a ship after it docked in Miami. The scuba diver assumed the ship was tied up to a bridge and the propellers wouldn't be turned on. But then unexpectedly, one of the propellers started to spin, and all of a sudden the scuba diver filming starts to get sucked towards the moving propeller. We see the man behind camera ferociously kicking his legs to avoid getting sucked into the deadly blades. And luckily he was able to escape. But man, that was a close call. Next, a new trend has been going viral lately, and that is Elmer's face glue mask. If you haven't heard of this, then what you do is you mix Elmer's face glue and powdered charcoal together to make a cheap do-it-yourself mask. But as if it wasn't obvious enough, this isn't good for your skin. I know in pre-K we all covered our hands in Elmer's glue and we'd peel it off once it dried. It's like the transition into kindergarten. We all did it. And it wasn't a big deal. But to put it on your face as a teen or adult when you're all hormonal, it's just not smart. We're not kids anymore, you should know better than that. But even still, people all over the internet are doing it. They're using it as a face mask. The glue removes blackheads, and the charcoal pulls out toxins in your skin. Now, while this may leave your skin smooth and blackhead free for the moment, it's actually making your skin worse than it was before. A dermatologist named Christine Choi Kim explains that the charcoal and glue mix actually clogs your pores, leading to blemishes, and says the sensitive skin types may react to the peeling action, which leads to rashes. So basically, don't put glue on your face. And now it's that time of the week where I answer your questions and read comments, so let's get to it. Hi, Wood and Maddie. Please answer Courtney and Landon. How old were you when you first got a phone? I want to say I was 16, but when I was a kid, we didn't get phones until we were 14 or 15, so it's very different than it is now. Also, I've always paid for my phone bill. So if you want a phone, I think it's very important that you can pay your own bill and you don't need your parents to do it for you. Phil A said, "Hi, I love you guys and your videos. Do you get to pick the title of the video?" Hi Phil, love you too, and Landon is in charge of picking all of the titles. Realist G asked, "What is the best part of being a part of this channel?" I'd have to say it's all the amazing people I get to work with. And being up to date on all the news and the crazy things that are happening in the world is pretty cool too. Waffle Warren said, "It's my birthday tomorrow, please see." This is a video posted on Wednesday, which means it is now your belated birthday, but happy belated birthday. Princess Eve asked, "Do you have a significant other?" Yes, I do. I'm actually engaged and we will be married in October 2017. Yay! Link Skywalker asked, "Courtney, I have a burning question about life. Other than Landon and yourself, who is your favorite Canadian YouTuber?" I'd have to say Superwoman because she's so funny and she seems like such an amazing person. Finally, Jake McManus asked, "Courtney, have you ever tried Starbucks Xmas Fudge Hot Chocolate?" I actually haven't, as I'm not the biggest fan of chocolate. For the Christmas drinks, I usually stick with the gingerbread latte, peppermint white mocha, or caramel brulee latte. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and I'll catch you in the next one.